Welcome back to Awakened Reflections. When you settle for less than you deserve, you're silently telling people it's okay to treat you poorly. But when you have self-respect, you set a standard. You show that you won't accept anything less than what you're truly worth. Now, let me clarify, self-respect isn't about being arrogant or demanding. It's about understanding your value and holding firm to it. And here's the truth. When you respect yourself, others will naturally start to respect you too. It's a universal law. If someone wants to be in your life, they'll realize they need to treat you with the same level of respect you show yourself. But what if this feels overwhelming? What if you've already lost sight of yourself in the relationship? Or you're afraid that asserting your independence might drive them away? Let me tell you something. It might feel like you're walking a tightrope at first, balancing between staying true to yourself and keeping them interested. But here's the paradox. The more you cling, the more they'll pull away. The more you embrace your independence, the more magnetic you become. Why? Because you're showing strength, the strength to stand alone, and people are naturally drawn to that. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This couldn't be more true when it comes to relationships. If you believe you need someone else to complete you, you'll always feel like something's missing. But when you realize your value is already inherent, that you are whole, you radiate confidence. That energy is captivating. So, how do you bring this into your life? Start by focusing on you. Rediscover your goals, your passions, your hobbies, the things that make you feel alive and fulfilled. Set boundaries. Don't let anyone disrespect your time, your energy, or your worth. And above all, stop giving up pieces of yourself just to keep someone around. You deserve better. Here's an affirmation for you. I am whole on my own. Close your eyes, say it, and let it sink in. Write it down. Believe it. You don't need anyone's approval to feel valuable, nor their validation to feel important. You are whole, strong, and capable, all on your own. Let the universe know that you've reclaimed your independence and self-respect. Drop that affirmation in the comments. I am whole on my own. Say it with conviction. You're no longer chasing, bending, or losing yourself. From now on, if they want to be a part of your life, they'll have to rise to your standards. This isn't about blame or shame. It's about stepping into the power that's already within you. You don't have to chase, prove, or cling to be valued. When you understand your worth and live it unapologetically, everything changes. In this video, we'll explore 7 transformative principles grounded in timeless wisdom that will help you reclaim your self-respect, set boundaries, and radiate the kind of confidence that naturally draws others to you. By the end, you'll feel empowered not just to be chosen, but to choose yourself first. So, take a deep breath. You're about to remember just how whole and extraordinary you already are. Lesson 1. Communicate effectively and assert your needs. Here's something you need to know. Nobody can read your mind. If you're waiting for someone to magically understand what you need without ever saying it, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Communication is key. You've got to express what you want, what you expect, and what you need if you ever want to feel truly seen and valued. When you hold back and don't communicate, you're only creating frustration for yourself. You might think staying silent or being easygoing makes you more likable, but in reality, it only leads to your needs being overlooked. People respect those who have the courage to voice what they need and set clear boundaries. If you're trying to attract someone new, don't wait passively hoping they'll notice you or somehow figure out your needs. Be confident in expressing what you want. You don't have to be demanding or aggressive, just clear and straightforward. Confidence is magnetic. And if you're already in a relationship where things feel distant, communication becomes even more critical. If you feel like you're giving more than you're receiving, speak up. Don't let resentment build up until it becomes impossible to fix. Being open about your needs doesn't push people away, it creates an opportunity for them to meet you halfway. Remember, effective communication is a two-way street. It's not just about asserting your needs, it's about listening to theirs too. When both people feel heard and respected, the connection deepens. That's what makes someone choose you over anyone else. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Don't waste time assuming they know what you need. Be clear, be honest, and be direct." Here's your affirmation. I speak my truth with confidence. Say it, believe it, and write it in the comments. Let them know you're done being silent. You're stepping up, expressing your needs, and showing the world that you deserve to be heard. Lesson 2. Showcase your growth. Let's get one thing straight. People are naturally attracted to growth. If you want someone to choose you, they need to see that you're constantly evolving, not stuck in the same place. Stagnation is dull. Growth, that's exciting, inspiring, and magnetic. Now, let me be clear. This isn't about flaunting your achievements or boasting about how far you've come. Real growth isn't loud or flashy. It's subtle but undeniable. It's about showing through your actions that you're always improving, always striving to be the best version of yourself. If you're trying to attract someone new, let them see that you're actively working on yourself. Whether it's developing new skills, pursuing new goals, or focusing on your mindset, it sends a powerful message. I'm moving forward. If you want to be part of this journey, you'll need to grow too. If you're already in a relationship and things feel stagnant, this is even more important. Sometimes, when people get too comfortable, they start to take you for granted. They might think you're the same person you've always been. But when you focus on personal growth, whether it's through emotional maturity, career advancement, fitness goals, or a new hobby, here's the truth. Growth isn't always easy. It takes effort, discipline, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. You might stumble along the way, and that's okay. Growth isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Small, consistent steps that add up over time. And don't worry if they don't seem to notice your growth right away. Believe me, they will. Growth doesn't need to be loud to be impactful. It speaks for itself. When they see that you're breaking old patterns and leveling up, it plants a seed in their mind. This person is going places. As Seneca once said, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Your growth is the start of something new. Every step forward makes you more valuable, not just in their eyes, but in your own. Here's your affirmation. I grow stronger every day. Say it, believe it, and write it down in the comments. Let them know you're not staying the same. You're leveling up. If they want to be part of your life, they'll need to keep up with the incredible person you're becoming. Lesson 3. Avoid common mistakes that push them away. Let's be honest, sometimes the biggest reason someone doesn't choose you has nothing to do with what you lack and everything to do with what you're unknowingly doing to push them away. It's not always obvious, but these mistakes can make you seem less attractive in their eyes. First, let's talk about desperation. Constantly seeking validation, texting too much, or trying too hard to get their attention screams insecurity. People are naturally drawn to confidence and independence, not neediness. When you chase them, they're more likely to run. The harder you push, the more they pull away. Next, stop over-explaining yourself. You don't need to justify every little decision or action. When you over-explain, you're essentially seeking their approval, and that's not attractive. Stand firm in your choices, let your actions speak louder than words, and trust that you don't need to defend your every move. Another mistake? Losing yourself in the relationship. Sacrificing your independence, your goals, or your friendships just to keep them happy will only backfire. They'll start taking you for granted, and you'll lose the spark that made you appealing in the first place. Stay true to who you are. Your individuality is what made them notice you in the first place. And finally, avoid playing games or being manipulative. Trying to make them jealous or acting hot and cold might seem like a way to gain control, but it's exhausting for both of you. People see through it and it makes the relationship feel shallow. Authenticity is far more attractive than any mind games you could play. As Epictetus once said, "No great thing is created suddenly." Your connection won't grow stronger if you keep pushing them away with these mistakes. Slow down, reflect, and focus on what truly matters, building trust and mutual respect. Here's your affirmation. I stop pushing, I attract. Say it, believe it, and drop it in the comments. Let the universe know that you're done with self-sabotage. From now on, you're focused on attracting, not chasing. Lesson 4. Embrace self-respect as the foundation for a life of love, growth, and unshakable confidence. Self-respect is the invisible force that shapes how we experience life, relationships, and even our own self-worth. It's the quiet yet powerful cornerstone that determines the quality of our connections and the path of our personal growth. Without it, we find ourselves lost, bending under the weight of others' expectations and neglecting the core of who we are. But when we choose to embrace self-respect, we unlock a life of love, both for ourselves and others, rooted in growth, unshakable confidence, and an authentic sense of worthiness. Self-respect isn't about arrogance or standing on a pedestal above others. It's about honoring your value as a human being, believing in your worth even when the world challenges you to shrink. It's a promise you make to yourself that you won't settle for anything less than what aligns with your heart and your integrity. And like a ripple effect, when you hold yourself in high regard, others naturally learn to treat you the same way. Respect is contagious. The energy you carry attracts people who value and uplift you, while repelling those who only seek to take advantage of your kindness. But where does self-respect start? It begins with boundaries, those invisible lines that protect your time, energy, and emotional well-being. Saying no can feel difficult, especially if you've spent years putting others first. But every no to something that disrespects you is a yes to your own peace and happiness. Think of it this way. Each boundary you set is a brick in the foundation of your self-respect. It reinforces your strength and builds a space where you can thrive without compromise. Self-respect also requires self-awareness. It asks you to look inward, to evaluate how you treat yourself. Do you speak kindly to yourself when things go wrong, or are you quick to criticize? Do you invest in your dreams and passions, or do you let them fall to the wayside for others' convenience? Embracing self-respect means being your own advocate, standing up for yourself even when no one else is watching. It's in the quiet moments of self-care, in the courage to pursue what sets your soul on fire, and in the resilience to walk away from anything or anyone that doesn't honor your value. Yet, self-respect isn't always easy. Life tests us. Relationships test us. Sometimes it feels easier to compromise our needs or silence our voices to keep the peace. But the truth is, when you diminish your self-respect for the sake of others, you send a message not just to them, but to yourself, that your worth is negotiable. And when you live with negotiable self-worth, you become vulnerable to disrespect, manipulation, and emotional pain. The good news? You have the power to reclaim your self-respect, no matter how far you've wandered from it. Start small. Treat yourself with the same kindness you extend to a close friend. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small they seem. Stand firm in your values, even when it feels uncomfortable. Self-respect isn't built in a day. It's a practice, a daily choice to honor yourself in every thought, action, and decision. When you embrace self-respect, something extraordinary happens. You begin to attract the kind of love that matches your worth. You become magnetic, not because you're perfect, but because you're authentic. People are drawn to those who know their value, who carry themselves with confidence and grace, and most importantly, you inspire yourself. you'll look in the mirror and see someone who is strong, capable, and deserving of all the good things life has to offer. So, take a moment to reflect. Are you treating yourself with the respect you deserve? If not, what's stopping you? Remember, the way you respect yourself sets the tone for how the world will treat you. Embrace self-respect as your foundation, and watch how your life transforms into one of love, growth, and unshakable confidence. You are worth it. Always. Lesson 5. Reclaiming your independence, the journey back to yourself and rediscovering your inner strength. There comes a time in life when you look in the mirror and realize the person staring back at you feels like a stranger. Maybe it's because you've poured so much of yourself into a relationship, a job, or the expectations of others that you've lost sight of who you truly are. You've bent and molded yourself to fit their needs, their desires, and their worlds. But in the process, you forgot one crucial thing: your independence, your essence, your inner light. Reclaiming your independence isn't just about standing alone or walking away from the things that weigh you down. It's about finding your way back to the person you were before you started giving away pieces of yourself. It's about remembering your worth, reigniting your passions, and rediscovering the freedom that comes from living life on your own terms. At first, it may feel overwhelming, even frightening, to take those steps toward reclaiming your independence. You may fear what others will think or how they'll react. You might wonder if you're being selfish or if you'll end up all alone. But here's the truth. Independence isn't about isolating yourself from others. It's about becoming whole within yourself so that you can form healthier, more fulfilling connections with those around you. When you start reclaiming your independence, you begin to see life through a new lens. You stop asking for permission to pursue your dreams and start giving yourself the green light. You let go of the need to constantly seek approval or validation, understanding that your value doesn't depend on how others perceive you. Instead of waiting for someone else to make you happy, you take charge of your own joy. You invest in the things that light you up, whether it's a forgotten hobby, a career goal, or simply spending time alone to reflect and recharge. This journey back to yourself is deeply personal, and it's in these moments of self-discovery that you realize you were never incomplete. You just needed to reconnect with the parts of yourself that had been quieted over time. The path to independence often requires courage. It means setting boundaries with those who've taken your energy for granted. It means standing firm in your decisions, even when others try to sway you. And sometimes it means walking away from relationships or situations that no longer serve you. But remember, every step you take toward independence is a step toward freedom, a freedom that allows you to live authentically and unapologetically. Think of independence as a flame within you, one that may have dimmed over time, but has never truly gone out. With every action you take to reclaim it, you feed that flame and it grows brighter and stronger. That light becomes a beacon, illuminating your path forward and inspiring others around you. People are naturally drawn to those who exude confidence and self-sufficiency. By reclaiming your independence, you're not only transforming your own life, but also becoming a source of strength and inspiration for others. Reclaiming your independence doesn't mean rejecting love or connection. On the contrary, it allows you to form relationships that are rooted in mutual respect and equality. When you're independent, you're no longer afraid to say no, to express your needs, or to walk away from toxic dynamics. You bring your full, authentic self to the table, and in doing so, you attract people who value and appreciate you for who you are, not for what you can do for them. This journey is a declaration to yourself and the world that you are enough, that your happiness, your worth, and your identity don't depend on anyone else, that you can stand tall even when the ground beneath you feels shaky, and that no matter what challenges come your way, you have the strength within you to overcome them. Here's your affirmation. I am whole. I am free. I am enough. Close your eyes and say it to yourself. Let those words sink into your soul. Imagine the chains of doubt, fear, and dependence falling away. Feel the weight lifting off your shoulders as you step into your power. Reclaiming your independence is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. Some days, you'll feel unstoppable, while others may bring setbacks and self-doubt. But that's okay. Every small step you take toward independence is a victory. Every moment you choose yourself, prioritize your well-being, and honor your truth, you're reclaiming a piece of the person you were always meant to be. So take that first step today. Whether it's saying no to something that doesn't serve you, carving out time for yourself, or simply reminding yourself of your worth, know that you are on the right path. You are reclaiming your independence, your freedom, and your life. This is your journey, your story, and your chance to shine. Embrace it fully and watch as the world begins to meet you at your level of strength and self-respect. Lesson 6: Becoming your best self. If there's one thing that consistently captivates people, it's growth. Personal growth signals vitality, resilience, and a refusal to remain stagnant. When you're actively evolving, you send a clear message. You're someone who values progress and self-improvement. This energy is magnetic. It draws people in because growth represents endless possibilities, and no one wants to miss out on someone who is continually becoming the best version of themselves. But showcasing your growth isn't about bragging or constantly drawing attention to your achievements. True growth is subtle yet undeniable. It's reflected in how you carry yourself, the goals you pursue, and the confidence that emanates from knowing you're moving forward in life. Whether it's learning a new skill, advancing in your career, or deepening your emotional maturity, growth speaks volumes without you needing to say a word. If you're trying to attract someone new, demonstrating that you're committed to your personal evolution is a game changer. It shows that you're not content with mediocrity and that you value self-betterment. This kind of energy is inspiring and contagious. People naturally want to be around those who push them to grow as well. On the other hand, if you're already in a relationship and things feel stagnant or distant, growth becomes even more critical. Sometimes, people take you for granted because they assume you'll always be the same. But when they see you striving for something better, whether it's emotional, physical, or professional growth, it reminds them that you're not someone who will stay stuck or settle for less. This upward momentum makes them realize they need to level up if they want to stay by your side. And if they don't, that's their loss. Your growth is for you, not for anyone else. The key is to keep pushing forward, even when it's challenging. Growth doesn't happen overnight, nor does it always involve dramatic changes. Often, it's the small, consistent steps you take daily that add up to something transformative over time. Seneca once said, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Your growth is a new beginning, a chapter that reinforces your value, independence, and self-respect. So let it be known, you're not staying in the same place. You're leveling up, and if they want to remain a part of your life, they'll need to keep up. Here's your affirmation: I grow stronger every day. Let this mantra remind you that growth isn't a destination, it's a journey. Say it, believe it, and write it in the comments. Let others see that you're committed to evolving and becoming your best self. Lesson 7. Take control of your value. Now that you've embraced these transformative principles, it's time to step fully into your power. Stop waiting for others to see your worth and start living as though your value is non-negotiable. When you stop chasing, settling, and compromising your standards, you show the world and yourself that you are someone who deserves the best. This isn't about arrogance or making others feel inferior. It's about a quiet confidence that says, I know my worth and I won't accept less. This mindset shifts the dynamic in any relationship or interaction. You're no longer seeking validation or approval because you already know you're enough. Remember, the energy you put out into the world is the energy you'll attract. When you embody self-respect, independence, and a commitment to growth, the right people will naturally gravitate toward you. Those who can't match your standards will fall away, making space for those who can. Here's your affirmation to close this journey. I control my value. Say it, write it down, and live it every day. Let the universe know you're ready to step into your power, own your worth, and attract the kind of love and respect you deserve. Thank you for taking this journey with me. If this resonated with you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more inspiring content, and share it with someone who needs to hear these life-changing steps. Let's keep growing, thriving, and becoming the best versions of ourselves. together. So, friends, your journey toward becoming the best version of yourself starts with one critical realization. You are enough as you are. By embracing self-respect, maintaining independence, and committing to personal growth, you don't just transform how others see you, you transform how you see yourself. The truth is, relationships thrive when both individuals feel confident, valued, and fulfilled on their own. That's the energy that inspires deep connections and mutual respect. So, take the lessons we've discussed and let them guide you. Stop chasing approval, stop compromising your standards, and start stepping into your power. When you prioritize your self-worth and growth, you set the tone for how others will treat you. You'll no longer feel the need to beg for attention or settle for less than what you deserve. Instead, you'll radiate confidence, inspiring others to rise to your level. Remember, this isn't about being perfect. It's about striving to be better each day for yourself and no one else. Let this journey be your gift to yourself, a way to reclaim your independence and show the world that you're worthy of respect, love, and admiration. Here's one last affirmation to carry with you. I am enough. Say it, believe it, and live it. From this moment forward, let your actions and mindset reflect your true value. The universe responds to the energy you put out, so put out the energy of someone who knows their worth and watch how the world aligns to meet you there. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more empowering content. Together, let's continue to grow, thrive, and create lives filled with purpose and joy. You are powerful, you are valuable, and you are enough, always.